Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my first fall inspired look for you, and I wanted to do something that was kind of out of the box, not your typical everyday wear, something a little bit more fun and interesting. So I came up with this look. I wanted to incorporate warm neutrals but yet throw in a pop of a jewel tone color. So I came up with this, and if you guys want to find out how I got this look, then of course keep on watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!
Alright, so as you can see, my eyebrows are already done, and the first step is going to be taking MAC's Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. I'm going to be patting this all over my entire lid and then just rubbing it evenly out with my ring finger. Next, I'm using Stila's in the No palette, and I'm taking the color Desert. This is such a great transition color. I cannot even begin to tell you how much this color just gives me life. And as you can probably tell that I've already hit pan on it, I use it constantly. And I'm just putting that into my crease. And then next, taking the shade Earth on a pencil brush, I'm just going to be building up some intensity on the outer V. So you just want to do this gradually. Don't put on too much too soon. Just take a little bit at a time, baby steps, until you get into that desired depth you want it. And I'm also going to be putting this on the inner corner as well. Next, taking the color Madness from Urban Decay's Vice 2 palette on a flat shader brush, I'm just going to be packing this all onto the center of my lid. And you're going to want to not go past the crease on this. You just kind of want to hit right at the crease, but don't go past, and don't worry if it's messy. We're going to go back and fix it later. Then taking the color Fringe from the Electric palette and just using that opposite side of the brush, we're going to be packing this over where we had applied Madness. This is going to change the tone of the color, and it's just going to add a little bit more green in it, which kind of complements the red that we're going to be putting in right now. Taking the shade Fire from the Stila in the No palette, and I'm using this taking a little bit more of Earth. You're probably going to lose a little bit of color intensity with all that blending, so don't worry about it. Just go back in with that pencil brush and reapply where you feel it's needed. And then just taking our eye blender once again, just making sure everything is nice and smoothed over. You just want to go over that crease one more time. Then taking the shade Air, it's just a nice cream matte shade, and applying this on the brow bone. Since I don't really want a highlight or a shimmery shadow, using a nice white matte one is perfect. So next, concealing the under eyes, I'm taking my Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Light Bisque, as always, just to conceal and counteract any darkness or redness underneath. And then going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, this is in the shade NW15, and just bringing that all the way down, like in a upside down triangle shape along the side of my nose, back towards my temple. And then just taking whatever excess I have, I'm going to be applying that on the center of my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and also in the center of my forehead. And looking a little crazy. But not to worry, we're going to blend that out. So just taking my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, I'm going to just be using the side of it to help blend everything out together before we go in with our foundation. Next, I'm going to spot conceal using my Bobbi Brown Touch-Up Stick. This is in the shade Warm Sand. And just going over where I have a few blemishes in a cross-stitch motion. And then using a beauty blender to just blend out any excess product and just to make sure we're not going to see any visible signs of heavy concealer. Okay, now today I'm using my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick, also in the color Warm Sand. And for those of you who haven't tried the foundation stick, it is really awesome. If you're somebody who just wants something really simple or basic, this is such a great alternative to creams or powders, and it just really looks and feels like your skin, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. And the best thing about this is that it's suitable for all skin types, so no matter if you are dry or oily, it's going to be great for you. And what I like to do is just take a little bit with my finger first and applying that onto the corners of my nose and just the center of my face because that's where I have like the most contours, and then using my Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush and just buffing it all out. Anything after that, I just apply the stick directly on my face in a few lines, and then again taking that same brush and just blending it all out. This brush is what does all the work for you. It really just buffs everything out nice and evenly and picks up any excess product along the way as well. Once we're all done applying our foundation, I'm just going to be setting everything. So first my under eyes with the pale yellow setting powder that comes in the Bobbi Brown concealer kit, and then I'm going to be taking my Mary Kay translucent powder and just applying this all with a big fluffy face brush. This one is from Morphe, and you guys, I am just so in love with this brush. It is huge, but I absolutely love it, and I love what it does. It is perfect for setting my foundation. There we go. Good to go. Okay, so next I'm doing some soft contouring, and I'm using my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. This is in the shade Caramel Beige, and I'm first going to be taking that onto an eyeshadow brush and just contouring my nose, and then going in with another Morphe brush, or Morphe brush. I'm not too sure. Is it Morphe or Morphe? If you guys know, let me know down in the comments below. But I'm just going to be using this brush to softly contour the hollows of my cheek, around my temples, the top of my forehead, and obviously my jawline. This really puts back dimension in my face, and I always get so astonished every time I see this in my own tutorials and even with everybody else's, how much contouring or bronzer alone just warms up the skin and puts back all of those shapes and crevices and contours of the face. It just really brings you back to life and you don't look so flat. So next I'm using my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Blush in the shade Bronze. This was part of the Surf and Sand collection. I'm not too sure if it's still available, but if it is, you guys need to go grab it because it is the most awesomest color. Yes, I just said most awesomest, because it really just goes with so many different looks. Next, I'm taking the Balm's Mary Luminizer and just applying this onto my Cupid's bow, bridge of my nose, and the highest points of my cheek just to add a little bit of a glow and healthy shine. Next, taking my Bobbi Brown eye pencil, longwear eye pencil I should say, in the color Jet, and I'm just going to be applying this onto my waterline and also tightlining my upper lashes before going in with my wing liner, and then we're also going to be smudging out the waterline. But before any smudging, I'm also going to be taking Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On pencil. This is in the color LSD. It is also your kind of seafoam green. It matches the color that we applied on the center of our lid. And I'm just putting this on the inner part of our waterline, right underneath the lashes. Then taking my MAC 266 brush and taking that shade Earth and just packing that on to my lower lashes before going in with that pencil we used on our outer V and just buffing everything out. Feel free to drag it down or not so down, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And then going in with that flat shader brush with whatever excess product we have left on there of fringe, and just packing that onto the place where we have put LSD, and then putting that all the way back, or I should say pushing it all the way back towards our lashes. Taking a little bit of Mary Luminizer and just putting that on the inner tear duct. This really helps open up the eye and brightens everything up as well. Next, going in with my Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Liner. This is in the color Black Ink. And then taking my MAC 214, nope, I'm lying. I am taking a Morphe brush actually. And this actually, yeah, this brush has become my favorite. I actually do like it opposed to my MAC 214, I think it is. But it is just also a very thin, hard angled brush and is perfect for liner. So I'm just be lining out and doing a slight wing out on the corner, and you know the drill, just going in from inner corner all the way out to the wing, really making it kind of sultry. Then just taking Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara and just lightly applying a coat before going in with our falsies on top and bottom. And I'm applying these lashes from House of Lashes. This is in the style Bambi. It has such an interesting texture because they're very wispy, but they also have some light brown hairs in them as well, and they're all at different lengths. They look so natural and just give you kind of that doe-eyed shape. And then of course going in with a second coat to my bottom lashes so they really stand out and even out the top ones. Then taking my NYX Jumbo Lip Pencil, this is in the color Iced Coffee. Absolutely am loving this shade right now. It is so perfect for fall. And you guys, that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!